betrayed your trust. I gave you every reason to destroy me. But when you had your chance on the stand, you didn't.
I told the truth.
You lied. For me.
The third season of Netflix's 13 Reasons Why is here. It's taking the audience on a ride with the characters to uncover the show's newest question, who killed Bryce Walker? And here to talk all about the season is one of the show's stars, Annie Winters, who plays Chloe. There she is. There's a lot to unpack from the season. We're going to try not to spoil too much. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Good to talk to you.
I would say you look so fierce.
Thank
I'm
you.
loving this cheetah print and everything.
Cheetah is fierce, yes.
Yeah, no, you look great. This season, deeply emotional. Bryce is dead. What shocked you the most about this season's storylines?
I mean, the fact that Bryce is dead.
Yeah.
When I found that out at the beginning, I was like, this is so like crazy that they did this, because I think the first 2 seasons really showed like everyone hates Bryce at this point. So it really could be anybody. And I thought that that was a really cool spin on this season.
What was your initial reaction though? Were you sad about it? Did you think it was a good move?
I thought it was a great move. Like, I think it was the perfect way to kind of end Hannah's story after trial and after like Clay kind of just said goodbye to her, and then kind of move it to something else and something interesting.
It's like dramatic enough so that we're officially on to the next phase here.
Yeah.
You chose not to know who the killer was, right? Like the writers gave options of like you can know the full story. That is, yeah, I would imagine that would be exciting, but also maybe uniquely challenging. How did that play out for you as you shot the series?
So yeah, like at the very first table read, they said, you know, the killer is in the room and they know who they are, but like if you really want to know, we have a packet for you to read. And I'm personally like the worst at keeping secrets. So I just
like maybe
knew,
just like in the show's best interest, like
the show's best interest, don't give me the packet. Like I don't want to know, I'll find out. As long as I knew it wasn't me, like that's all I cared about.
Did you have guesses about who it was? Like
Yes.
early on? And were you right?
No.
You weren't, okay.
Completely not.
I almost feel like it might be better for your acting to not know.
Yeah, exactly.
wouldn't know.
Like Chloe in the story has no idea. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
wanted to play that truthfully.
Did some
Very
people
method.
opt to know?
Yes.
Did some people want to know the killer?
I think a couple people did, yeah. And I don't know how they kept that secret. I wouldn't be able to, especially when everyone's like living in the same area, like we're on location and everyone hangs out every day, and like, I wouldn't be able
It's like
to.
it turned into like a real life game
Do you think
of...
you'd want to know, or you'd?
I would definitely want to know.
Yeah.
You would?
Oh, for sure.
And you'd be good at keeping that secret.
No, but I would have to know.
I feel like it'd be better for your character not to know.
Yeah.
But Bryce is deemed a monster for the first 2 seasons. Then in the 3rd season, we kind of see a little more empathy towards him. We see a different side of him.
Yeah.
But people are definitely criticizing that because we are showing empathy for this guy that has done some terrible things. What did you think of the decision to show him in a different light?
I think it's important. I think that, you know, every person has a lot of different sides to them, and I think Bryce is almost incapable maybe of understanding how to be like a good person in the first couple seasons, but there's still a good person inside of him that he doesn't understand like really maybe how to show, I guess.
Do you think a redemption arc is possible for someone like him?
I think that's possible for anybody. I'm a very hopeful person, so like I would hope that like anybody could have that. But I think that's up to the audience and like what they think of him and, you know, what they choose to think.
The thing that it's like the blessing and curse of this show, it does not shy away from controversy, right? It creates a lot of dialogue and some backlash and everything else. Abortion is at the forefront here. We found out in season 2, Chloe is pregnant. Abortion's being contemplated. What was your feeling in prepping for that and kind of taking on what is obviously a very sensitive topic?
Yeah, I like as an actor, I was like really grateful that I got that opportunity to really be in that situation and portray that truthfully at this time. Yeah, I thought it's super challenging. I got to talk to a doctor who performs abortions in the Northern Bay area, and I got to ask her a million questions, and I really like understood the whole process and everything, so I felt very informed and comfortable like going into it.
What about fan reaction? What's the kind of feedback been?
I mean, I get a lot of like people that say, you really helped me understand what girls go through. I used to judge, you know, girls that just decided to get an abortion, and now seeing your story, like I don't see it that way anymore. And that's the biggest compliment, because that's what we tried to show as the show. You know, we wanted to show the journey, show that it's not an easy decision, and that it's not like you just wake up one day and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go get this done. Like you really have to think about all your options and what do you want.
It's still a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. Were you nervous about being a part of a political storyline like this?
No, I wasn't nervous at all. I love being on our show because it does talk about all these topics, and I knew that no matter what they do, they're not going to sugarcoat it. So, I mean, signing up for it, I just kind of signed.
Yeah, and as
away.
an actor, you want something like that you can really sink your teeth into.
Exactly. It's more challenging. It's fun. Like, I definitely would much rather have that than just, you know, something.
Yeah.
That doesn't talk about
well,
something real.
yeah, there's like an emotional depth to it, and you get to go to some interesting places that I would think would be really amazing as an actor. Let's talk about this. Everybody's talking about the show's new character, Ani.
Yes.
Stirred the season up a bit.
Yes.
There are questions about the relevance of the character and all these different things, and was it necessary? What did you make of her role this season?
I think her role was very important this season because, you know, you need someone that has the other side of Bryce. And we wouldn't have really gotten to see that unless there was some sort of new character that was, you know, living with him. I mean, that had to be, that's vital to the story to see. And Ani is amazing. Grace, who plays Ani, is like the sweetest girl ever. And yeah, I really loved her character this season.
Isn't it interesting how people have reacted?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
there's
is.
been a negative reaction
There's
to her.
kind of been a negative reaction. And, you know, this is like one of her first things. I think she's been doing like Broadway and stuff.
And obviously, it had nothing to do with her. It's
and I
purely
know-
like the
And
way
I
it fits
hope
into the
that-
story,
I hope that
right?
she's taking it well, right?
Yeah, I honestly have not talked to her. I haven't
Yeah.
seen her. But I don't know. I hope she is.
Well, yeah, and
She's
as you mentioned,
amazing.
it really does evolve the story. It takes it to new places. It makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense, I think.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Season 4 is coming. What would you like to see happen to the kids moving forward?
I have absolutely no idea. I mean, this is their senior year, so everyone's getting ready for college. They've gone through so much. Like, this class has gone through so many things. I think that this season, it's going to be about like really accepting that high school is hard and really just, accepting life and moving on and like trying to figure out who you want to be from here, you know? And I have no idea what the writers are going to write.
What
this
would you
season.
love to see for your character in the next season?
I think she really grew up in this last season, so I would hope that, I don't know, the world is like so big and possible. Like, she can do anything she wants at this point. She's gone through a lot.
Yeah.
Next season, last season, too, right? Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, will it be, I don't know, what's your feeling about just that moment of like, wow, it's over?
I mean, I feel like, you know, once the story has been told, like Netflix is probably like, the story's been told, we've told pretty much every massive topic under the sun
Yeah.
in this story. And
And I'm sure
that's
friendships
it.
that will like go on forever. I mean, my gosh, you
Yeah.
guys have to be very tight at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, this season was pretty heavy, so before we let you go, we're gonna wind down a little bit with a game.
Oh, here we go.
Call this one the Confess Sesh.
Oh, okay.
So here's the deal. You're going to pull a question from this jar. You're going to answer whatever question you pull very honestly, all right?
Very honestly.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
We won't know if you're being honest or not, so you do whatever you want.
Yeah, I could lie, no one will know. What's your favorite way to wind down after shooting such an emotional episode? I mean, that for sure is my drive home from work. Like, I love to put on like really happy, fun music, put the windows down and just like relax. And by the time I get back to home or my hotel, I'm wound down.
Yeah,
Wound
no, right.
down.
Yeah, well, that's exactly my
Yeah.
vibe too. That's the kind of thing I like to do.
So music and
Yeah.
just like a good drive, I
Yeah.
would say.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's do another
Okay.
one.
You can cry it out for a minute and then.
Okay, if you could have any other career, what would it be? Wow. You know what? I actually wanted to be a nutritionist and like a nutritional sciences major. So whatever that would entail, but that's about as far as it got before I just did acting. What else? Ooh, I would like to be an interior decorator.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like that would be so fun.
Bring in the prince.
Yeah, bring in the prince. I don't know how good at it I would be,
Yeah.
but like
What's
just
the
the
weirdest-
idea of it.
Weirdest job you ever had before you landed like big acting
The
roles?
weirdest, I worked at Hollister, actually.
Oh, nice.
I was
yeah.
one of the like
Hollister girl.
girls in the front, like, hi, welcome to our like
Were you
store.
scouted for that? You know how they scout people?
No, so I was an actor. I was like, oh, I want to take a break from acting and I want to like go to school and just be a normal kid. So my dad was like, okay, you have to get a job. And I was like, okay, so I just went to Hollister and was like, can I work here?
Yeah, and they've-
And the manager would come up to me every day and be like, thank God you're like cute and little or else you would be fired. Cause I was always like on my phone. I was texting. I would like I wouldn't know how to fold the clothes.
Did you
like,
smell
I
like
would just
Hollister
be
all
like,
day,
just
every day
there.
too? Right?
Yeah.
That's the smell, right? You walk around.
If
smelling.
you
one
just
more.
smell like Hollister. Okay. Oh wait, I got two. Here, I'll do this one. My biggest fashion disaster. Ooh, oh my gosh, so many. I mean, okay, the first thing that comes to my mind is I had these jeans that were like my favorite jeans, and I will never forget, I wore them to like this, one of my first interview things I had for the show I did. And I came home and my boyfriend was like, you have the worst camel toe I've ever seen.
In jeans.
In jeans. And I was like, these, I'm going to throw away and burn.
Did you get the job?
I already
had the
was
job.
on it.
Okay,
I had
all
the job. I had the job. Thank God. Yes. Thank God. Already employed.
Like, oh my gosh, a full interview.
No, but yeah, they were like super just like thin, I guess, and I just didn't realize. Biggest fashion disaster for sure.
Jeans are gone. All right. Annie, thank you so much for joining us.
Good to talk
and
to
if you
you.
guys haven't already watched, you can catch 13 Reasons Why streaming on Netflix right now.